Chapter 4. Jean was under the mistaken impression that she was thinking quite rationally. She began to scream, not in panic, she assured herself, but simply as a means of procuring help. She couldn't run away because that would mean leaving him. It? The living entity has gender. The dead are neuter. She wondered whether she had chanced on some deep philosophic truth, or whether the difference only mirrored a meaningless distinction taken over from a language in which all nouns have gender. The designations made no sense. Why should a French pen be feminine and a pencil masculine? Her breath gave out, and she stopped screaming. In the silence she heard footsteps. They were approaching rapidly, almost at a run. Someone had heard her. Her knees went weak with relief, and she knew then how close she had come to hysterics. With a long, childish wail of distress and welcome, she stumbled forward and threw herself into Jacqueline Kirby's arms. "What is the matter with—" The voice, sharp with concern, broke off in a gasp as Jacqueline saw. There was a moment of absolute silence. Jacqueline's store of expletives was evidently inadequate for the occasion. "All right," she said after a moment. "Stop that bawling, Jean. Stop it right now. Do you hear me?" Without waiting for a response, she pulled herself away from Jean and began fumbling in her purse. Her voice, deliberately harsh and unsympathetic, had quieted Jean somewhat, but she was still too distressed to see what Jacqueline was doing until an exquisite agony invaded her nostrils and turned the interior of her head to fire. "Oh, God, that hurt!" she moaned, wiping streaming eyes. "Smelling salts, you sadistic, mean—" "That's better." Jacqueline restored the bottle to her purse. "Someone has to go for help, Jean. I don't think anyone else heard you." Pushing the tangled hair back from her eyes, Jean looked at her companion and saw another facet of Jacqueline's complex personality. Her face was ashen, and as hard as her voice. Its strength was reassuring and a little frightening. "I didn't do it," Jean said, gulping. "For God's sake, don't say that to anyone else." Jacqueline's hard-won control broke momentarily. The green eyes turned glassy with a new fear.